Today we're going to be going through my beginner junk removal setup. We're going to go from the front of the truck to the back of the trailer, and if you stick around to the end, we're going to talk about the cost of everything to get it set up. But if it's your first time here, my name is Brian and I started a junk removal business. We're going to go through everything step by step, starting with the truck. Let's get into the details. Now, before I get into too much detail, it is worth saying not everybody starts off with the same kind of setup. Everybody starts off in different places. I happen to be starting with my grandpa's 1986 square body Chevy with some modifications. When it came time to get set up for junk removal, I wanted to put some sides on here. So we ripped down some 4x8 sheets of plywood. This is 1/2-inch plywood. It's not pressure treated at all, but we did put exterior paint on it. And then we put these really nice sized 8-foot by 20-inch weather resistant banners from Vistaprint on here, framed in so that they're not flapping in the wind as I'm going down the road. When you get to the very back here, we even have some tailgates on the sides. Let me show you how those open. Pretty cool. My dad designed these, and it's worth saying that if the cameraman will flip his camera around, that's my son Wiley. He was a huge help in putting this all together, as was my dad. The three of us worked together for a couple days to get this all done. My dad did these by himself, custom. They're a nice tight fit. So you see here, you've got the inside of the truck. Gotta love that old tailgate sound on an old truck. So it's 6.75 cubic yards inside of this with the sides on here. So it's 44 inches tall all the way around. My dad even drilled holes in the top of the tailgate to get the latches to fit in there. I mean, completely custom. All right, now this one, you gotta hold your breath to get it just right. Everyone's gonna laugh at me because I can't get these things in there, but it's a pretty tight fit. There we go. So it's meant to be tight. Next, let's look at the stuff here on the front of the trailer. So I did get a couple of spare tires. I bought them off eBay for 200 bucks, free shipping to me. In case, God forbid, I have 2 flat tires and the tires are sold in pairs, I wanted to have them both available and ready to go. I've got a Plano box. So Plano makes tackle boxes and storage cases, but this is where all of my equipment, so I'm gonna have ratchet straps in here. I'm gonna have some cordless power tools like a Sawzall, drill, a couple of things like that right here, including a jack. So whenever I need to, hopefully not, change a tire, it's there for me. That's all bolted down to the steel frame. Going on here, so this trailer, this is a 5x10 lawn mowing trailer. This is something I've had for a couple of years. I use it to cart around lawnmowers to mow yards, and I haven't been using it recently, so this is the perfect thing to put it to use for, is hauling junk. So we put sides on it as well. We put some ledger boards here, screwed down to the metal frame. Then we have full 4x8 sheets with 2-foot tacked on the end. This is a 10x5. We've got more of the 8-foot by 20-inch banners here with the frame. Even have some caulking up top here, and on all 4 banners to keep water from getting behind there. They're not going to flap in the wind. These things are going to last a good long time. Bought those on Vistaprint. I did get the extra weatherproof coating on them, so they should last quite a while. Walk around the back here. Have your typical tailgate like you'd find in a mowing trailer, and then this board here. So the sides tend to bow out just a little bit on this trailer. So you've got this custom, if you pull it in just a little bit, there we go. It's just meant to keep the sides snugged in whenever you have everything loaded up. And once you have all that pressure on there with stuff in the trailer, that's going to be nice and snug. It's not going to go anywhere. This is 7.5 cubic yards inside the trailer. So all in, we're at about 14 cubic yards between the truck and the trailer, so we can haul a good amount of junk in both pieces. Now let's talk about the cost for everything. Again, you don't have to have this kind of setup whenever you get started. I watched a lot of YouTube videos whenever I was, thinking about what kind of setup I wanted and seeing what other people start with. Plenty of people start with just a pickup truck with no sides. They just strap everything down in the truck bed and they go to the dump with it, which is perfectly fine. I decided to go a little bit over the top, made the custom sides for it. They're bolted down to the bed of the truck. And then incorporating the trailer since I already had it. It was just sitting here and decided to incorporate that in my setup. So the trailer I bought a couple years ago on Facebook Marketplace for $400. Got a pretty good deal on that trailer. To find a really good deal, you're gonna have to be a little bit patient. I've got $230 in lumber and paint. I've got $125 in the 4 banners that I've got all the way around, so one on each side of the trailer, one on each side of the truck bed. Got $30 into the Plano box, $200 into the tires, and when you add everything up, we're sitting right at $1,010 for the entire setup. Again, you don't have to spend that kind of money to get started. If you have a pickup truck, you have access to a pickup truck, you want to rent a pickup truck for jobs, you can do that just to get some money in your pocket and get started hauling junk. This is just the way I chose to go. As the junk hauling journey continues, I'm going to bring you along with me. I'm going to take you to the job sites, I'm going to take you to the dumps, going to take you to places where we donate items. If you have any comments or questions about anything I've said, talked about, just want to ask me anything, drop that down in the comment section below and I'll make sure I get back to you right away. And until next time, have a great day.